Y'all, fans are speculating that the con of the century is upon us. Y'all, and they just might be right. And guess what? Somebody ordered some receipts about what I was saying about Porsha Simon being a glorified roommate and also what's going on in that mortgage. Y'all ready for some tea? Y'all ready for some gossip? We're going to put a little flavor on the recap tonight. I'm doing a recap for Porsha's Family Matters episode 6. But before we do that, I'm putting some flavor on it. So this recap and roast is going to be extra spicy. Y'all, what am I talking about? Fans are speculating a lot of things. But first, let's get into these receipts since y'all said they didn't exist. Lego. Y'all, we got new details on Simon Gabodia's roommate, Porsha Williams, and what is actually going on with that house. Y'all, let me just take y'all from the beginning, right? Because I got some receipts and I got some information. One, Porsha's name ain't on that mortgage. Porsha's name ain't on the deed. And even if Simon put her name on the deed, it don't matter because like everything in Simon's life, it's smoke and mirrors. Number 3, Porsha's wish to finally become Fallon Pennant from 2019 has finally happened because she's living with a man with no power that got the mover sitting on speed dial. But the biggest story is fans are speculating that the whole reason for that house is one, for a storyline, which I am starting to believe. I'm going to show you the receipts in a second and you let me know what you think. And 2, to hide his dwindling assets in a way that she cannot get at so she can keep, like any good roommate, paying, fronting, and flossing, but she pick up half of the bill. Y'all, these are fan theories. Let me know what you think. What am I talking about? And y'all ready for these receipts? Lego. All right, y'all. So first pointing out, this is public record. Anyone that was doubting me could have done literally a quick 3-minute Google search and they could have found out the same thing. But let me break it down. The current owner is Iori Guanadia. Now, again, why is Simon's name on here misspelled on the deed? Probably ain't want nobody looking it up. Probably because he didn't want anybody looking up because fans are speculating that Porsha is so embarrassed that she has no ownership in this relationship. But you know what? Let's get into some other stuff. The first things fans are speculating about is the fact that Simon on this mortgage got Iori Guanadia. Now, some people are asking, is Guanadia the correct spelling of his last name? Because it's very rare in legal and especially with house closings and when it comes to mortgages, letting a name be misspelled. But this lets you know a little bit about the paperwork and why fans are speculating that people might be looking the other way. Okay, well, let's get into, first of all, why we know the speculation of Porsha being on the deed is false. Because, you guys, this is all legal things for tax purposes. This is public property. But if you look right here, this sales history, it was bought for a little bit under $7 million from Robert William Preston on November 8th, right? It did close on December 1st, I believe. But if we look at whose name is on the deed, and they have to legally list this, you will see it is only Iori's name on the warranty deal. Iori, or as he keeps telling us his nickname is, Simon. Now we about to really get into the paint. If you look at the mortgage history, and this is what has fans really like just going crazy. He's the only one on the mortgage, right? The loan amount was for $4,517,500. It was done through fund loan. You guys, this is the thing to watch. Meet me after the jump and we're going to discuss this because this is good. All right, y'all. Okay, from the top. Now, I know for the dum-dums in the back, y'all going to be like, oh, but maybe Simon put her name on the deed without us knowing. Everything don't got to be on internet. Actually, when it comes to home ownership, it does. Let me explain something about the deeds for those of you guys that do not know. Simon has a mortgage on that property. When you have a mortgage on a house, right? Pay attention. When you got a mortgage on that house, you can make a little deed on the side saying, yeah, I give Tisa 50% of the house. I give Santa Claus 50% of the house. Legally, it does not count. You cannot put somebody's name on a deed and then have it be legally enforceable. Because that's the thing. You can put Cookie Monster's name on the deed, right? You can get some unscrupulous notary that's just like, yeah, all right, fine, we'll put the name on the deed. However, it is not worth the paper it is written on, because in order to deed a property to someone, guess what? You must own the property. It's like giving a car away while you got the car note. The car cannot be transferred and it cannot be put in another person's name on the title until the person that loaned you the money, if you got a car note, to get the car approves it. In order for Porsha's name to be legally binding on a deed and not just on paper that you written in crayon and cherry scented colored markers, right? Porsha's name will have to be either one, put on the mortgage, or the mortgage company and Simon would 100% have to agree to let Porsha come on the deed as one of the owners. However, until the mortgage is paid off, the only way a mortgage company would allow that, and you can look this up, is if Porsha actually became legally responsible for the mortgage. Why is that? Because if somebody does not pay their mortgage, the bank repossesses it and then they resell to get their money. However, if you put somebody on the and they didn't have permission to be on the deed, when the bank repossesses it and tries to sell it, that new person on the deed could be like, oh, no, I'm part owner too. Do you see why legally that's not allowed? Do you see how constructively it didn't work? Okay, so now that we're on the same page and we have the receipts about Porsha not being on the deed, Porsha not being on the mortgage, Porsha having absolutely no power in the relationship. Now we're going to talk about how fans are speculating that Simon is actually trying to hide his dwindling fortune from his girlfriend and maybe bride to be. So also, before we go on, I just want to say I spoke about this in detail on my members only live and a bunch of other things, that if you're into following Porsha's Family Matters and all the drama and you want to know the backstory and the dirt that's being said on the streets of ATL and whatnot, go ahead and sign up for my members only. Listen, if you want to keep that $5 in your pocket, that's cool too. I don't think it's the smartest move, but it's cool. Join me tonight at 9:30 p.m. because I am recapping that show and I'm going to be sprinkling some more tea that I know on it. But yeah, members only live, it'll go in detail. Now let's get into why fans are speculating. Okay, so now let's get into the dirt, right? This is what fans are speculating, right? And how he's hiding assets from Porsha. First of all, let's just say for one, we now see history repeating itself. Simon, because he was trying to get on Real Housewives of Atlanta, he bought a home with Fallon. If you guys don't remember, the home that he packed her up and moved out of, right? They were in that home for less than 9 months. He bought it and they moved in, I believe, 3 months before filming started. Then they stayed in there. When he found out that Fallon was not going to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, that's when two things happened. One, he put the home up for sale and told her she had 21 days to get out. Two things happened. He filed for divorce because by that time he realized his scheme was not going to work. And guess what? He was already focused on Porsha Peach Juice Williams. They had been meeting up even before they go watch my bio. However, if you look at it right now, the same thing is happening to Porsha, only she's hustling backwards because guess what? Porsha don't got any name. She don't have any ownership, mortgage deed, whatever. Now it makes sense why when she was moving out, all she took was clothes, shoes, and bags, left all the furniture there. Miss Diane, who had already been staying there, just decided to become a glorified house sitter. Because think about it. When things go left, and it's looking like they might, she doesn't have to deal with the shame and humiliation of separating assets, blah, 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 blah. She just goes back to her place when they're arguing, when she don't want to be around, when she wants to live a separate life, when she wants company, then maybe Simon can't be around. If you know what I'm saying, she can just go to her house. Again, Miss Diane is being allowed to stay there. That's a beautiful thing. Porsha is a great daughter. Of course, what daughter wouldn't do that for her mom? However, the furniture's still there. The houses are there. She is house sitting your house because fans are speculating that this is the same thing with Simon, hoping they either get season 2 of the Real Housewives, season 2 of Porsha's Family Values, or Porsha gets invited back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, the Real Housewives of Atlanta that is looking less and less, they are super happy with their current cast. They're saying this might be the best season. And Porsha's saying she don't want to go back because she retired from reality TV. The only thing is, and this is going into what fans are speculating about, Porsha doesn't seem to be aware that Simon and his dwindling amount of money that he had in the property. Yeah, he hid it in the property. Back to what I was saying, Simon put 35% down. That is very, very unheard of, unless somebody needs to bring the mortgage down to a smaller price, or fans are speculating that Simon had a lump sum of money. Just listen to this, because it kind of makes sense to me. Has a lump sum of money. That money is dwindling. He got it by accident, in my opinion. That money is dwindling, right? He's also about to enter into marriage. And once he enters into marriage, all assets, liquid, which is money, or otherwise, Porsha will have 50% of. One of the reasons he bought the house before they got married is because Porsha has no rights to it. But also, that down payment he put down of about $3 million was, fans are saying, it's the last of his money that he put into the house. And that was the perfect excuse to, one, hide that money in. Whenever he sells that house, that money's still there. But in the meantime, it's not liquid, so his new wife can't go after half his assets. It's not liquid, so he may have the perfect excuse to be why she has to go in half on bills or do this and that until his SPAC fund, that bullshit he was lying about, actually comes to fruition, right? And you can go on the stock market and see how well that SPAC fund's doing. Porsha gonna be paying a lot halfsies. Now, fans are also speculating that one of the reasons that money might have been put into the house is because maybe it wasn't Simon's money to begin with, and he's letting somebody hold it. You guys, I'm going to go into more detail on this in my members only live, but I wanted to show you receipts. I wanted to take you through what fans are speculating. But if you join me on, I'm sorry, not my members only live. If you join me tonight at 9:30 p.m. for my recap of Porsha's Family Matters, we will go deep into this, and I will let you know other verified